IndianaSRN.com.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time. To pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
A pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to high school basketball on IndianaSRN. Tonight, it's the Warriors of Covenant Christian and the Knights of Traders Point. Tonight's game being brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures, one story at a time. Also by Bertner Electric, your licensed and experienced serving Central Indiana. IUPUI Sports Management, a lifetime of sports with a winning degree. Also by Piper Logistics, 3 services, 1 solution. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment. Great to have you with us tonight. Troy Daragowski along with John Lester. We have a Traders Point team coming into this one here tonight. They win their first game of the year. They knocked off Providence Cristo Rey just a couple of nights ago, 71-39, a game that was played at Washington High School. And for the Warriors of Covenant Christian, this is their season opener here tonight. Well, I don't know if there's an advantage, John, to playing your first game, but it's nice to get that one out of the way to really kind of see where you're at after that first game. But they're going to have a tough one here tonight against a Covenant Christian team. We'll talk about their losses from a year ago, but they've got some talent back for this year.
This is a rivalry game, too, so you never know what happens when a rivalry game get these two together. And Covenant Christian, I think, is going to be happy to see somebody other than their own teammates. They finally get to face somebody, a different opponent now for the first time this year. And, yeah, Traders Point looked really, really good in their first game, put 4 in double figures. So Covenant Christian's going to have to keep them in check a little bit tonight.
Well, let's start first off. We're going to preview these two teams. Let's start with Traders Point. As mentioned, they win their first game over Providence Cristo Rey. They were led in scoring in that game by Tobias Grant, a 20-point scorer last year, ended up with 20 points on the opening night. They got 16 points from Drew Busick, 13 points in the ball game by Amari Justice, and they got 5 points and 8 rebounds by the Corey Simmons Little. So they ended up getting a good balanced attack in that game there, but they also forced Providence Cristo Rey into over 20 turnovers, and that was probably the big key.
Yeah, and that's something Covenant Christian's going to have. They're going to have to take care of the basketball tonight, because that's Raiders' point defense can really force you into turnovers. Covenant Christian's going to have to keep those turnovers down tonight.
You know, the other thing is when you go back to that game against Providence Cristo Rey that really hurt Traders' Point is they got into some foul trouble early. I'd mentioned to you that you look at Tobias Grant, he finished with 20, but he had 4 points in the first half because he got into foul trouble in that second quarter. They've got to keep him on the floor if they're going to win.
Yes, and Covenant Christian, I think, and saw that because I have a feeling they're going to go right after him, try to get him into that foul trouble again to try to keep him down tonight.
Well, we'll talk more about this as we go along. This is a Traders Point team trying to go to 2-0 on the season. They ended up shooting 51% in that win over Providence Cristo Rey, 50% from three-point range. They only shot 50% from the free throw line, so if you have a close game and you put these guys at the line, could be a little bit of a concern there, but they did steal the ball 13 times. Now, Scott Flatt, the head coach, 188 wins, his 17th year at Covenant Christian. He lost a ton of players. I don't know if you want to go through all of these, but a lot of players were lost to this team in graduation from a year ago.
Yeah, Covenant Christian's going to see what they have now to try to replace those players. It might be like next man up mentality for the coach, so we'll see what happens. But I think it's going to be just like next man up. You're going to test one player just to see who's where and see who can make up for that loss.
And they could have a couple of guys out. We'll talk about that in a couple of moments. Let's talk about it. Trey Flatt, 16.6 points per game last year, 4.2 rebounds, 4.3 assists, and 2.6 steals. He is probably their biggest loss. Brian Lomax, 11.5 points per game. Graham Shelton at 10 points per game and 4 rebounds. And then you've got Jaden Ashley at 5, Micah Wilson at 7 points per game, and Caleb Crane also at nearly 7 points per game, a team that averaged 73 points per game. But they've got Tony Flatt coming back. He's a guy that, of course, you're the coach's son. You probably know a little bit about basketball. And Brock Buckley, 12 points per game, 6.5 rebounds. So they got a couple of guys that can build around for tonight.
Yeah, we're going to see what they have, and like I say, I think you're going to have to go at Traders Point early. You can't dig yourself that big of a hole, so we'll see what happens here tonight.
By the way, I'd mentioned a couple of players who will not be playing before we take a break, and it could be a key. One of those, Christian Flowers, is normally going to be a starter. He is out tonight. Donovan Royster also out for the lineup tonight for Covenant Christian. We'll come back. Starting lineups are coming up. The tip-off right around the corner. This is high school basketball in IndianaSRN.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Back once again here at Traders Point as we get set for this rivalry matchup between the Knights and the Warriors. Let's run down the starting lineups tonight. First off for Traders Point, at a guard spot, Tobias Grant, 5'9", and a senior. He wears number 1. He had 20 points in the opening game against PCR. Cooper Simmons Little, 6'2" and a forward. He's a junior wearing number 2. He went 5 points, 8 rebounds in the opening contest. Amari Justice, 6 foot, a guard, a junior, wearing number 3, opened up with 10 in the first game of the year. Drew Busick, he was a three-point threat in that opening contest, hit 5 3-pointers. He is a 6'1" guard, a sophomore. He wears number 11. And Jaden Corey, 6'4", a senior, a forward, 6 points in the opening contest. He will wear number 24. So it'll be Grant, Simmons Little, Justice, Busick, and Corey. Tonight for Traders Point, or I should say for Covenant Christian, Tony Flatt, 6 foot and a junior wearing number 2. Jack Fulbright, 6'2", a guard and a senior, number 20. Brock Buckley, 6'4", a forward and a senior, number 23. Grant Alexander, 6 foot, a forward and a senior, number 30. And Grant Winters, 6'1", and a senior, wearing number 35. All right, keys to this one tonight. Traders Point, what did they got to do to pick up a win?
Well, Traders Point struggled in the first half. They only had that 8-point lead at the half against Providence Cristo Rey. I think they want to try to get off to a quicker start tonight. Stay out of that foul trouble. You got to keep your guys out of foul trouble.
And let's talk a little bit about what we're going to see tonight at a Covenant Christian. Again, first game of the year.
Yeah, and I think you got to go right after the Traders Point. Got to try to get them in that foul trouble again. Go after and see if you can get that early lead against Traders Point. Make them have to come back from behind.
I am really going to be interested to see who picks up that scoring slack, because it is really hard to replace that many seniors off of a team and then try to find somebody that doesn't score normally come out and score.
Yeah, it's going to be like, I think one guy, Committee Flats, of course, going to be a guy for Covenant Christian that's going to step up. But, yeah, we'll see who else is going to step up to the challenge.
Hey, I want to remind you tonight's game brought to you in part by IUPUI Sports Management, as sports management careers are booming. When you're managing the business side of sports, you're always a major player in the game, and their graduates work in crucial and demanding positions at sports organizations and venues, managing arenas and stadiums, even handling publicity for their favorite teams, even developing the market for innovative sports products. Contact them at iupui.edu for more information. We have the opening tip-off coming up in just a few moments. It's Traders Point at 1-0. Covenant Christian, their opening game here tonight. All the action coming up in just moments. This is high school basketball right here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
What's the number one misconception you think about Freemasonry?
Well, I think most people just think of Freemasonry as some kind of secret society, and you go with some of the rumors out there and so on, and they really don't understand who we are. They don't understand that we are a fraternity of brothers first, and our obligation is to take care of each other and our widows and orphans, etc., within our group. They don't understand what the fraternity part of Freemasonry really is, and that's the misconception that's out there. I think first and foremost of anyone that wants to join Freemasonry, I'd like them to know that it's really not a secret society. You may say it's a society with a secret because we have some handshakes and some passwords that you could easily find down in a library if you get the right book. Freemasonry is more, it's a brotherhood, it's a fraternity, it's a way of sharing common thoughts and everything with people of all different vocations that really understand of getting together on the level. Whether you're a judge or a police officer or a janitor, you're all on the same level when you're in a Masonic lodge room. And I think that's one of the greatest things, that you can sit with people of all vocations, but you have that certain thing in common, that you're all brothers.
Back once again, great to have you with us for high school basketball. You know, it's rivalry football day, and certainly we have seen some great matchups in college football. We're going to see, I think, a great one here, a rivalry between Covenant Christian and Traders Point Christian, about ready to get underway. Yeah, John, you said something during the timeout, which is very true, and you'll probably get a shot. It's not a very big gym, and they have squeezed people in here just about everywhere. word has it there might be even some people sitting in one of the locker rooms trying to look out.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's people up behind us, up above us, too, to see if that. Yeah, it is a great crowd out here tonight. It is great to see fans back in the stands.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad we got a whole year in with COVID last year. It just wasn't the same atmosphere without the fans. Great to see fans back in the stands.
You know, if you and I work it right, we might make $1 or $2 and sell our seats right here.
That would work, too. Yeah.
You just stand right behind them. Covenant Christian will be in their traveling green uniforms, and Traders Point in their home whites. As mentioned, Tobias Grant, Simmons Little, Amari Justice, Drew Busick, along with Jaden Corey getting the start tonight for Traders Point. Tony Flatt, Jack Fulbright, Brock Buckley, Grant Alexander, and Grant Winters starting tonight for Covenant Christian. Well, the other night, the Knights got off to a good start, kind of ran in a little bit of a buzzsaw by Providence Cristo Rey in that second quarter, especially when Tobias Grant fouled out. They kept the game close, made a nice run in that third quarter, but then Grant went off on him, and he just had a great ball game, 16 points in the second half, and the Knights went on for that opening season victory. And believe it or not, after tonight, we are through the first week officially of boys high school basketball. Everybody should have a game in by now, or very close to having a game. The tip would be won by Covenant Christian. They'll work it now to Fulbright. We mentioned Tony Flatt will be at the point, and he is the coach's son. Alley-oop underneath, layup no good, and the attempt that time by Buckley does not fall, and Traders Point basketball for the first time here tonight. That is Tobias Grant. They want to keep an eye on him as they work it around the perimeter. Busick, a good shooter. He's the three-point threat the other way for Traders Point. Again, we're just underway. On the high post, Cooper Simmons Little. Ball loose, picked up by Tobias Grant, and they're working around the perimeter. Simmons Little driving, feeds inside, layup good by Jaden Corey, and TPC on top 2-0.
I think Covenant Christian's going right after Tobias Grant with the double team, trying to make other guys beat him.
Covenant Christian working the ball around the perimeter, a three. The other way is good, and that'll be Buckley for three.
Great answer there by Covenant Christian for their first points.
Buckley at 6'4", able to step out on the perimeter and hit the three-point basket. It'll be Traders Point basketball once again. Again, just underway, 3-2 your score. As Traders Point with the basketball for the second time. Grant trying to find some penetration room up front. He's going to get fouled there. That'll be the first foul. Tony Flatt will pick up number 1. That'll be the first foul on Covenant Christian. One thing we're seeing already is that Covenant Christian going to work that zone against a team that did shoot over 50%. There's a block shot inside by Buckley, and Covenant Christian back the other way. Pass inside, goes out of bounds. That'll be a turnover by Covenant Christian. I was about ready to talk a little bit about they did probably scout that game pretty well and saw Traders Point shoot over 50% from three-point range in that game.
Yeah, and I think they're going, like I said, I think they're going after Grant and seeing if somebody else, maybe in Traders Point, may have somebody else step up, and we'll see what happens here.
Well, they've had an eye right now on the three-point shooter, Busick. He's now working off that right wing. You see him over there just to the right. Now he's going to the baseline as Traders Point will work it down low to Simmons Little. The entry pass will find Corey. Better get out of there pretty quick, and they got him for 3 seconds. If you're going to make that move, you got to make it really quick, and that'll be a turnover for the Knights.
Looks like they switched the defense up there, and we're going a little man-to-man that time down court.
Yeah, it could be a little matchup zone as well, kind of confusing the Traders Point offense. It'll be Covenant Christian basketball as you see Flatt bringing it slowly across the timeline. Turnover the last time that Covenant had the basketball as their head coach, Coach Flatt, up off the bench. He, by the way, made mention of my Michigan hat a little bit ago, right before the pregame. I think he was looking for inspiration. Here's a three on the way, no good from the left wing by Fulbright. We'll stay at 3-2, and that is going to go out of bounds. They'll say that it was touched on the sideline by Busick of Traders Point, and the ball back over to Covenant Christian.
You might be able to get a pretty good payday for that Michigan hat after that game today.
Oh, man, I tell you what, there's a lot of Michigan fans that are very, very high on the clouds here today. So back to Covenant Christian with the basketball. And you know, this is kind of the way that the Providence Cristo Rey Traders Point game started out. Really slow scoring early until both teams got going. Reverse layup is going to be missed by Buckley, the 6'4 senior, and it will be Traders Point basketball. There's Tobias Grant. averaging 20 points per game last year, had 20 in the opening night. He'll work it now to Amari Justice. Skip pass, dangerous pass, tip by Buckley, stolen away, and will head the other way. European step, and the basket good there by Buckley.
Great move there by Buckley, giving Covenant Christian a 3-point lead there. No answer by the Traders Point defense.
Buckley now with all 5 points, and going to the basket will be Tobias Grant, and that's what he does best, is penetration and get to the basket.
Now we'll see the free throw line we were talking about, that only 50% free throw shooting in that first game. We'll see how they do.
Yeah, they really struggled in that contest in times where they probably could have opened up that ball game a lot against Providence Cristo Rey and just could not hit the free throw, but Tobias Grant will hit the first of 2. Neither team has gone to the bench yet. 4:40 to go here in this opening period. 5-3. Second free throw is missed, so the free throw woes continue. The rebound, Buckley. Quick outlet pass will find Alexander. Buckley left wing to Fulbright for 3. Good.
Wow.
Second three-pointer of the night for Covenant Christian. They now lead it by 5.
Looks like they're going to try to beat Traders Point their own game with the 3-point shooting.
Yeah, good start from the outside by Covenant Christian. They're going to stay in a little zone as well, 2-3, almost matchup zone down low, because they want to keep an eye on the 3-point shooter, Busick. Here's a drive, left-hand shot, no good. Tip up, no. 2 attempts that time by Jaden Corey. Couldn't get either one of them, and will head the other way. Tobias Grant almost got a steal out front. Here's Tony Flatt, skip pass, and they'll set it up out front once again as Buckley gives it off to Tony Flatt. That'll be a good matchup all night long if they ever go man-to-man between Flatt and Tobias Grant. Quick entry, turnaround shot on the way. Buckley can't get it to go, had a good look, and that's going to be a foul on the baseline. That's an easy call right there. That'll go against Grant Alexander as he picks up his first.
Looks like both teams trying to throw it. Looks like both teams kind of changing up the defense. Little man-to-man, little zone, trying to get into each other's heads maybe a little bit. And
well, the more you mix it up, the more you can confuse the offense, and it certainly would slow down their ability to see what they want to do. And now you almost look like a 1-3-1 right here, matchup zone. There's Tobias down the lane, basket good, and again, that's what he does best.
Yeah, I don't think that 1-3-1's going to work against him. They might need to go back to the 2-3 or the man-to-man.
So now Covenant Christian with an 8-5 lead coming up on 3 minutes. The drive by Flatt, got away with a walk there. They'll kick it back outside, and it'll be Buckley. Here's a 3 on the right wing off the front of the iron. No good by Grant Alexander, and Traders Point basketball. Lead pass will find Simmons Little. Entry pass, ball loose, stolen away. Another turnover by Traders Point. And the fast break headed the other way. Here's Flatt on the baseline. And what do we got? Offensive foul on Tony Flatt. His second foul of the ball game. That's a huge foul.
Yeah, 2 fouls. Covenant Christian doesn't want to get him in foul trouble. It's already 4 fouls for Covenant Christian.
Jake Davis will come in for Covenant Christian. Also coming in will be Wyatt Wash. He wears number 11. Jake Davis, number 1. And coming in for Traders Point will be Jackson Wilhite. Wilhite saw significant minutes in their opening season win against Providence Cristo Rey. 8-5 your score, 3-point lead for Covenant. This is Justice with the basketball as he picks up his dribble. He found Busick. Busick got hot in that second half, really giving TPC a lift. On the drive, and that'll be a traveling call against Simmons Little. Another turnover there for the Knights.
That's 4 turnovers already against Traders Point.
They had 13 steals, and they forced Providence Cristo Rey into plus 20 turnovers in that game the other night. With the basketball, that's Davis. Left wing to Fulbright, and kick outside to Buckley. Around the perimeter once again to Davis, who switched sides. You see Traders Point will stay in that zone defense, and they go underneath the three-point line. Jake Davis driving inside, way short on the shot is Wash. Offensive rebound put back no good by Davis. Gets another offensive rebound, steps between 2 defenders, and will go to the free throw line as a foul called on Traders Point.
Great job attacking that glass for Covenant Christian. 3 shots at the basket that time.
So Davis at the line. Yeah, Amari Justice picks up his first. And Davis again at the line, and the free throws off the back of the iron. We'll stay at 8-5 with 2:02 to go here in the opening period. Second free throw now by Davis. This time looks much better. His first point of the ball game coming off the bench, 9-5. We're going to see a new player come in for Covenant Christian. Isaac Niemeyer will come in just moments. That shot's missed. The rebound, Davis. And Davis, now for Covenant Christian, will bring it across the timeline. Had pressure there. On the drive, Winters feeds inside. Short is Buckley, and the shot left it off the front of the rim. Buckley generally makes those at 6'4", but this time left it short. Here's Grant, top of the key, on the left wing now to Justice. Entry past Simmons. Little looks down low. Pass out of the reach of Corey, out of bounds, and a turnover again by Traders Point.
Third turnover committed by Simmons Little there, 5 in the quarter for Traders Point. I think the Covenant Christian defense has got him a little rattled a little bit.
Niemeyer coming in as mentioned. So he comes into the lineup here for Covenant Christian. Good look at Davis across the timeline. On the right wing once again to Niemeyer. You see Traders Point stays in that zone. Ball will be tipped out of bounds. Good hands there by Amari Justice. Neither team with a lot of size. You look at Covenant Christian, 6'4", with Buckley. They'll go about, 6'2", maybe with Will height as they look inside. They have to play a lot of zone. They just don't have much size.
Great play there.
Steal. Yep, Amari Justice with a takeaway. Justice back the other way. Little European step, but he only got part of the European step down. That'll be a travel again by TPC.
Tough break there for Traders Point, getting the steal, but little bit too much foot movement there, forcing the travel.
Wouldn't you like to see him just pull up and jump shot? I mean, the mid-range jumper was there, and he didn't take it. So now it'll be Covenant Christian basketball. Davis out front, 2-3 zone. Buckley in the corner. Here's a three on the way, missed. This time coming up short on the shot was Niemeyer. And Traders Point quickly pushing it the other way. Down the lane, floater, Grant, no. And the rebound by Buckley. They're going to push it themselves, play a little more up-tempo. Buckley down the lane, scoop shot, missed another one. Thought he got fouled. Fight for the loose basketball. And stepping on the end line will be Wyatt Wash, and that'll be a turnover for Covenant Christian.
Well, I tell you, the defenses are looking pretty good right now. Both teams kind of shaking the defense up, getting the other team kind of questioning here.
Well, I'll tell you what, as I said a little bit ago, this game mirroring the game the other night with Providence Cristo Rey, just the offense struggling early. In the corner, here's Amari Justice, three, no good. Rebound, Buckley. Now Buckley, baseball pass, a floater to the near sideline as Busick able to pick that one up in the corner. The three, no good. That one shot there by Niemeyer, and the battle for the loose basketball. Traders Point at the buzzer, and that one is off the mark by Tobias Grant. We have made it to the end of the opening period of play. It is Covenant Christian 9 and Traders Point 5. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
High school basketball at the end of 1-9-5 Covenant Christian. A reminder, tonight's game brought to you in part by the IHSAA Foundation. You can catch up on what's going on with the IHSAA Foundation by subscribing to their newsletter, The Advocate. Email them at ihsaafoundation.org. And don't forget the Christmas music on IndianaSRN 24/7 all. Well, I guess it's not all year long. But it will go till the beginning of January in case you need some, John.
Yeah, look, Christmas music. Hey, I could go for a month of Jingle Bells.
You're going to hate Jingle Bells probably by the end of the month. All right, it'll be Traders Point basketball. Tobias Grant driving and a foul call against Jake Davis. That'll be his first. Tobias doesn't really shoot the ball much from the outside, but he really penetrates very well, and he made a career night of that the other night against Providence.
Yeah, Covenant Christian did a good job on him in the first quarter, holding him to 3 points. So we'll see if he can do it at the line here.
Well, that is good news if you're a TPC fan. He's now 2 of 3. I have a feeling they worked on some free throw shooting the day after that opening contest. Well, you get in a close ball game as he misses the second, and we have a rebounding foul called against Corey. But you look at a game like that one the other night, you like the win, and as a head coach, you look for things you got to improve on. One of those free throw shooting, because if you do get in a close game, you're going to need them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you get a close game late, you've got to rely on that free throw shooting. That's a lot of times difference between a win and a loss.
Big story right now, Tony Flatt out for Covenant Christian with a couple of fouls. Layup missed inside as Andrew Crane is coming to the ball game, number 22 for Covenant Christian, and they missed a lot of easy shots. Blocked shot by Wash as he rejects the attempt there by Jaden Corey.
Yeah, that's at least 4 missed layups for Covenant Christian in the first half. Got to convert those.
Well, I tell you what, you always look at those, look at the end of the game and kind of see, was that a key if you end up losing a ball game to a team like Traders Point where you miss so many easy shots. The entry pass, the lean, and Simmons Little is going to be called for the offensive foul as Andrew Crane stands his ground.
Yeah, great call. I thought he was moving a little bit underneath there, but the official saw otherwise. Got Lemons Little for the charge.
Toughest call in basketball for an official, especially when you don't have that little arc down there to kind of give you a little guidance. But they don't have one in high school basketball. They need that and the shot clock both. What do you think?
I agree with the shot clock. Yeah, that's shot clock I think is long overdue.
It's coming, believe me. Here's a shot by Niemeyer from 3. That's good.
First 3 for him.
That is the third, right, of the night?
Yes, 3 threes, yeah.
12-6 your score. This will be Justice with the basketball as he is now taken over at the point. They've moved Tobias Grant over on the left wing as the ball is knocked out of bounds by Niemeyer. Crowd here likes the defense played by Covenant Christian as they have come here to support the Warriors here this evening. 6:45 to go here in period 2. Good look there out front to Busick. Busick will feed it on the left wing. That is Grant. Grant on the drive. Stops. Little head fake. Drives. Lost it in the air. Cooper Simmons Little picks it up. Ball loose. And in the corner, it'll be saved from going out of bounds as the Knights will hold on to it. Here's Simmons Little. Crossover. Left hand. No. And he's going to be fouled. That'll go against Winters.
Well, I tell you what, this is just stifling defense for Covenant Christian. Traders Point has had no answer for it so far.
Yeah, they've been bailed out a couple of times on a foul, and this time Simmons Little will go to the free throw line. His first trip to the line tonight. He was cold in the first half, picked up with a couple of big baskets late in the third quarter that helped that run against Providence Cristo Rey as he misses the first. They've now missed 3 free throws here tonight. Second free throw is on the way. It is good. The first point now for Simmons Little. 12-7, 5-point lead. It'll be Covenant Christian basketball. Good look at Davis, who has taken over for Tony Flatt again with those fouls. There's a steal, and heading the other way, layup good by Tobias Grant.
Nice answer there by Grant, getting the turnover and getting the steal for the 2-point layup.
Boy, quick hands makes it a 3-point ball game. In the corner for 3, rims in and out. Wash can't get it to go, and the rebound by Corey for Traders Point. They move it quickly up the right sideline. Busick. And back out front now to Justice. Justice right at the midcourt circle. As you see Covenant Christian going man-to-man. They open up in a zone. Tobias driving down the lane. Basket good by Tobias Grant.
He's heating up. That's 8 points now for Grant. 8 of the 11.
Got to stop his penetration if you're going to get to him tonight. Covenant Christian basketball. Wash will drive baseline. The feed inside, losing it will be Winters, and another turnover for Covenant Christian. Here's Amari Justice. Feeds inside, and a lot of bodies fall into the floor, and the offensive rebound foul will be called on Jaden Corey after he missed the easy shot. That'll be his second.
Yeah. Frustration foul there, I think, on Corey, missing that shot and then going over the back.
Buckley will come back in, as will Fulbright. Two of the starters tonight for Covenant Christian. The lead down to 1.
Coach Flatt has got to be thrilled with his defense so far. They've already forced 7 first-half turnovers against Traders Point, mixing it up on the defense, and it's creating problems for Traders Point.
By the way, Jackson Wilhite back in with Corey picking up his second. He, along with Tony Flatt of Covenant Christian, the two players in foul trouble right now. That is Buckley. Buckley at 6'4", working on the outside as one of the two guards. They work against that zone. Skip pass out to the top to Fulbright. Fulbright stops at the top of the key, spins, gives it inside to Buckley. They wave it off and call a 3-second call against Covenant Christian. And Coach Flatt can't believe that call.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. It looked like he got out of the lane in time, but the official saw otherwise.
And you never, no matter how much you argue, they're not changing it.
Right.
So here is Tobias Grant. Will walk it across the timeline. On the wing to Busick, who's been quiet tonight. He has yet to score. He had some big threes the other night. Here's Simmons Little on the drive. The feed inside. As Wilhite, nothing there. Kicks it back now to Grant near midcourt. He'll check the bench to see what they want to run here. 4:24 to go in the first half. Simmons Little playing that high post. Sets the screen. The drive and a whistle stops the play. And it looks like we might have a foul, and that's going to go against number 30, Grant Alexander. He just picked up his second.
Yeah, Covenant Christian's got a couple guys with 2 fouls here, and that puts Traders Point in the bonus.
And at the line will be Tobias Grant. So far tonight, 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Chance to tie. No, he will not as he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And we quickly head the other way. They waste no time. The Warriors getting down the floor to set up in the offense. Try to beat that zone the other way. Here's Buckley at the elbow. They'll work it around the perimeter deep in the corner. Pass went to Bacon. Here is Buckley in the lane this time. He doesn't miss. He has 7.
Yeah, Buckley, strong move there. 7 points.
Back to a 3-point lead now for Covenant Christian as we come up on the 3:45 mark. Grant driving down the lane, can't get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds. They'll say Grant the last to touch it, and now Tony Flatt will come back into the lineup for Covenant Christian, and out of the lineup will be Grant Alexander.
Bring back in with 2 fouls. I think Traders Point may want to go after him, try to get him to pick up his 3rd before half.
We'll see if that'll be one of their strategies here in a couple of moments as Buckley brings it across the 10-second line. Flatt now working that high post. Back to Buckley for 3, too hard. The rebound tipped by Wash, but he tipped it to the wrong guy. Busick back the other way, missed the left-hand layup, and the rebound by Flatt. Flatt again, 3-on-2 break the other way. Reverse layup is up and good, and that'll be Fulbright, and a timeout called by Covenant Christian. This will be a full timeout. 3:18 to go in period 2. It is Covenant Christian 16, Traders Point 11. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
There you see the score, 16-11. Covenant Christian with the lead. It'll be Traders Point basketball. Low scoring first half to this point. As you see, Amari Justice again working at the point. They've moved Grant to the right wing and Busick to the left wing, trying to find those two guys an open shot if they can from three. Simmons Little working the high post. Here's a three by Busick. On the way, no. The rebound battled for goes out of bounds. Will Hyde did a great job hustling after the loose basketball, but it'll go back over to Covenant Christian.
Covenant Christian mixed it up on that zone again and forced a three-point shot there that was off the mark by Busick. I don't think that's the shot the coach was looking for.
Well, how about Buckley, though? He's working the point against this zone. Good look at Tony Flatt with the basketball to work it back outside. The three-pointer's no good by Fulbright, and coming away with it will be Tobias Grant. Grant goes the distance, gets bumped, basket good, and he's fouled.
Well, there's an answer.
Yep. Well, your transition defense better be better than that, because if you don't get back, Tobias Grant will beat you down the floor.
Yeah, Tobias Grant, and you can look at it. He's got, you're looking here 10 points, but if you're Traders Point, you'd like to have a little bit more balance. But
yeah. Well, right now they're going to ride that horse as long as they can, but guess what? Another missed free throw. Back there the way we go. Buckley takes it all the way to the corner. They'll work it back outside and around the perimeter. Here's Fulbright. Fulbright picks up his dribble, and now outside to Bacon. Once again, a good look there at Buckley. Not a whole lot of room to find an open shot inside.
Nice
this
pass.
time they work it down low, and the basket good by Wash.
Great look there by Crane to Wash. Found him underneath for the easy layup.
Traders Point now down by 5 with 1:51 to go. Grant, entry pass, Simmons Little, high off the glass, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Buckley. Buckley leads the break. Here's Wash in the corner. Another three on the way. Good. This time Fulbright.
Well, Fulbright with his second three of the half, and just like that, the lead is back to 8.
Yeah, Fulbright 8 points here tonight. This is Justice at the left elbow. Looks down in the corner as the Knights trying to find an open shot against this now 2-3 zone that is sagging down underneath the three-point line. Here's Tobias Grant for three, no good. And the rebound by Wash. Wash back the other way, tips it ahead. Left-hand layup good by Bacon. And the same thing goes for Traders Point. They got to get back on defense.
Yeah, there's a quick 7-0 run to push the lead back to 10 just when Traders Point clawed back in the ballgame.
Under a minute to go now in the first half of play, and it again is a 10-point lead. And Traders Point will be happy, I'm sure, here to play for the final shot, try to get a positive going into the locker room. Here's Tobias driving, draws the foul, and they may get Buckley right here. Wait, nope, they're going to see it's going to be number 11, Wyatt Wash. He picks up his first and the 9th team foul.
Well, if you're going to have to make these free throws here, that's been a struggle so far this year.
Well, he's missed, 5 already here tonight. Well, he's missed 4 here tonight. He had the 1-and-1 that he missed the front end. And he misses that one.
Wow.
Making us look like geniuses in the pregame.
And it's one of those things he's probably making 90-95% in practice, and then just one of those things in the game. It's just
it's amazing when they put a crowd in here what it can do to you.
Right.
He missed both of them, though. So another bad night early for free throw shooting, and that'll be a drive and a miss, but a foul as Buckley will go to the line.
Got Busick there?
Yep, got Busick for number 1. We're going to see Jake Davis come back into the ballgame. They'll make sure that Tony Flatt doesn't pick up his 3rd foul, and I guess it's catching because Buckley just missed that free throw. Well, they didn't take Flatt out. They took Fulbright out of the ballgame. A little surprise there that if Tony Flatt were to pick up his 3rd, that would be big. 2nd free throw goes high off the back of the rim and falls in for Buckley. An 11-point lead. Good run put together right here by Covenant Christian. Now will the Knights play for the final shot of the opening half. Busick, left side to Justice. Amari gives it back to Busick. That zone staying way above the three-point line now as the clock down to its final 7 seconds. Here's Grant sizing up the defender. He'll drive down the lane, draws the contact, but no foul, and the rebound by Covenant Christian, and that's going to end the first half of play. On your scoreboard as we head to halftime, it is Covenant Christian 24, Traders Point Christian 13. We'll come back with our halftime report coming up in a couple of moments. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN. Halftime score 24-13 as Covenant Christian went on a nice run in that second quarter. And John, I tell you what, you look at the free throw shooting, and as I said earlier, it's not a mystery right now for Traders Point. You know, they'd be right in this ball game if they could hit some free throws, but they just could not hit the free throws.
Yeah, and that's the telling story. I mean, you go 3 for 10 at the free throw line in the first half. That's 7 points there, and the spread's 11. So, you know, you're looking at 4-point game there at the free throw line, and so it's just one of those puzzling things that makes you scratch your head.
Well, the other thing is the turnovers. I mean, I know that Covenant Christian had a couple of turnovers, but Traders Point, they just got to take care of the basketball better.
Yeah, that's I had 6 turnovers in that first quarter there, and but again, like I said once or twice before, Covenant Christian, I think mixing up the defense. They're going from a 1-3-1 zone to a 2-3 zone, then the man-to-man, and I think it's throwing Traders Point off a little bit.
You said something earlier that made a lot of sense for Traders Point too. Tobias Grant, I have him unofficially for 9. They've got to find some other guys to get into scoring. I mentioned Busick. He played well the end of the night, shot well. He just didn't get many attempts.
Yeah, and that I think that Covenant Christian defense is to credit for that. But you're going to have to find, if you're Traders Point, you're going to have to find somebody other than Grant to try and step up that offense and get that offense going for you.
Think about this game too. If you miss those free throws, and Brock Buckley missed a couple of bunnies inside, this could be even worse.
Yeah, you get those missed layups from Covenant Christian, and this could be a lot worse than it is. So the shooting, we'll just see what happens in the second half. It could be that first half woes and first game woes for Covenant Christian.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Covenant holding Traders Point to 5 points in the opening period, just 8 points in that second period as well. We'll take a timeout. Your halftime report continues. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
I'm Sean Branch, and I am entering my 6th year of teaching 6th grade Math, Science, Bible here at Greenwood Christian Academy. I think every teacher in the world wants to have an impactful relationship with each of his or her students. Here at GCA, I get to know these kids. I get to have an impact on their lives because I know what they're interested in, I know what they're passionate about, I understand what they're dealing with and where they're coming from. I've had relationships and communications with their parents, and so I'm able to speak life into them in and out of the classroom, which is a real blessing. As a former student athlete myself, I never thought I would be able to use that part of my journey to impact so many people's lives, but now here at GCA as a coach, I can take my knowledge of sport and use it as a ministry to help these young people.
Learn the story.
Love the story.
Live the story.
Hi, my name is Chris Cross, and for the last 6 years I have taught elementary at GCA, and I'm currently transitioning into an administrative role. 4th grade students are often struggling with who they are and how they relate to others. Being an elementary teacher, I have been able to speak God's truth into the lives of students just in an everyday manner. Just for example of tattling or gossiping and going into God's Word and saying, how does this word, God's Word, speak into this relationship? How do we use it? What do we do? And the greatest thing is that I've seen those kids take those pieces of information, put them into practice, and also teach their other fellow students. Out at recess, I've heard them say, well, what do you think God would say about this? And to me, that's the greatest thing that can happen here.
Your hauling or moving project has arrived, and College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving has you covered. Honest. Uniformed. Nice. Knowledgeable. Service. College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Welcome back. High school basketball here on Indiana SRN. Want to remind you tonight's game brought to you in part by Piper Logistics. They were established in 2002 with the encouragement and financial support of a spirited customer who helped both Greg and Tim develop their vision. If you need something transported or stored, contact Piper Logistics at 317-395-1023. Mr. Lester, run down some stats for us in that first half and give us an idea where we stand.
All right, if you're Covenant Christian, you're 9 of 21 shooting from the floor. Traders Point only 5 first-half field goals, 5 for 17 in that first half. Tobias Grant leading the way for Traders Point, 10 points there in that first half for Traders Points, and 8 points leading the way for Covenant Christian. Brock Buckley, 8 points as well out of Jack Fulbright. And but I'm looking at Traders Point. 5 field goals, 7 turnovers. That's you're really not going to win you very many games when you have more turnovers than field goals. So they're going to have to clean that up. They did clean the turnovers up in the second quarter, just so they had the 1 turnover in the second quarter. But but the Covenant Christian defense, I still say, is creating a lot of problems for Traders Point.
The other thing I should mention, Covenant Christian built that lead when Tony Flatt was on the bench quite a bit in that first half too.
Yeah, right. And then at Traders Point, I think whenever he had the foul trouble, just couldn't take advantage there. And now we're going to see, I have a feeling Flatt's going to be out here to start the second half.
All right, Tobias Grant, 10 points. Now, the other 2 players, Amari Justice, did he even score in the first half?
No, Jaden Corey with 2 and then 1 for Cooper Simmons Little.
Okay, so you have Drew Busick and Amari Justice, 2 of your leading scorers, did not score in the first half. We talked how they're going to have to get other people involved.
And they both only had 1 field goal attempt in that first half, and it was a 3-pointer. So, they're going to have, and then 2 turnovers as well for Justice. So,
Wow. Boy, and we don't dwell too much on statistics, but that tells a big story.
That's a big key right there, yes. And we're getting ready to start the third quarter, looks like, with Covenant Christian, and so we'll see what happens here.
Yep, and Covenant Christian with the 11-point lead in the basketball. Tony Flatt getting the start again in the second half after picking up those 2 fouls in the opening period of play, but he's back in the lineup, and the Knights are going to stay in that zone. As you see, they work to our left. Entry pass will find Buckley. Buckley lost it. Turnover, Covenant Christian. Traders Point back the other way. Here's Tobias driving and shoots that one off the bottom of the backboard. Ball loose on the floor. The officials let him play right here, and we may have a jump ball, and we will. So this should be Traders Point basketball.
You hate to fault Grant there trying to make a play there, but that's one he probably needs to kick out for his defense or offense and reset there.
Coach Busick said, hey, wait a minute, that should have been a traveling call because somebody turned over the basketball, and he was talking about Grant Winters. Here's Simmons Little. He will find Justice for 3. Only a second attempt of the ball game. Missed that one. And Covenant Christian back the other way. They're going to work it quickly up the floor. And here's the drive by Buckley. The kick out. Flat, right wing. 3 by Fulbright, no good. Battle for the rebound, won that time by Andrew Crane, who gets the start here in the second half. Tony Flatt, entry pass. Quick shot, and the release there by Winters. He gets his first 2.
Yeah, great job off the offensive glass there, and Winters getting the 2, and now Covenant's doubled up Traders Point here.
Yeah, 13-point lead, and once again you're going to see Amari Justice at the point as Covenant Christian almost a 1-3-1 zone right here unless they work it into a man, but it looks like they're going to stay a little zone themselves. Almost a matchup zone again. Unless they move to man, and they will go man here. So they've really done a nice job. There's a block shot by Buckley. Back there the way we go. Shot fake, drive by Fulbright. Try to pass it off underneath to Tony Flatt, and a whistle and a foul on the Knights.
Yeah, great job there by Covenant Christian. And I think you and I were talking at halftime. We're kind of surprised that Traders Point's not mixing up the defense and going man-to-man here.
Yeah, they can't wait long.
Yeah, right. You can't let this get much further than what it is right now.
Corey picks up the foul. That's going to be number 3 now for Traders Point and Jaden Corey. And Flatt at the line for the first time tonight, and he gets his first point as well.
Yeah, hard to believe that's his first point of the night, but with those foul trouble, he didn't get a lot of playing time in that first half.
Now the lead is at 14. That is your biggest lead of the night, I do believe. Second free throw's on the way. Missed it, and high for the rebound will be Tobias Grant. Grant will bring it across the timeline himself. Now he's back out front. They'd worked him on the wing And now bringing back to the top, and they will have Busick on the left. That is Busick with the basketball. Back once again to Grant. On the right side is Amari Justice. Justice fumbling the basketball in the corner, now shoots the three and missed it. Rebound Buckley. Covenant Christian trying to push it. Coach Flatt encouraging his team to run. Tony Flatt back to Buckley. On the left wing, here's a three on the way. That's going to be missed by Fulbright. Rebound inside by Andrew Crane. And a foul called against the Knights again. And this time they're going to get Amari Justice.
Yeah, and Traders Point got the defensive stand there, but unable to come down with the rebound and giving Covenant Christian that second opportunity.
So here is Crane at the line. The left-handed shot on the way, good. So he is now on the board. You know, I should mention we haven't seen Xavier Gibson of Traders Point or Devin Girton, two guys who played the other night against Providence Cristo Reyes. That second free throw missed by Crane, and it's a 15-point lead. We're still waiting for Traders Point to score here in the third quarter. We're at 5:35. This is Justice with the basketball. Busick back to Justice. Quick entry pass underneath to Wilhite. Opposite to Grant. He gets covered up on the three, keeps the dribble, takes it baseline, and then they're going to say he was forced out of bounds. A foul called against Covenant Christian.
And Covenant Christian mixing up that defense again.
Foul's going to be called against Andrew Crane. That'll be his first. First team foul of the second half now on the Warriors. Good look here at Amari Justice as he will inbound, and on the pass and the shot, Simmons Little gets fouled from behind. And so we'll go to the free throw line.
Number 2, that's Tony Flatt. That's his third.
Well,
yeah, Flatt picks up number 3, doesn't he?
Yeah, third foul on Flatt. Yeah, not what you wanted to see there if you're Covenant Christian.
You feel better about it when you have a 15-point lead.
This is true. There's another missed free throw.
Wow. Now you don't feel bad about it at all.
Yeah.
Second free throw by Simmons Little as they continue to struggle at the line. Coach Busick can do nothing but sit there and watch these misses, and he missed the second one. Rebound attempt by Justice, and he comes away with it. Good job by Amari Justice.
3 for 12 from the free throw line.
Wow. We put 9 points on there. Even if you put 7 points on there, it's an 8-point ball game. Psychologically, you feel better about it. Here's Grant, starts the penetration. Simmons Little, also kick out. Here's Justice for 3, missed it, and the cold period continues for Traders Point. Back the other way. Here's Buckley, stops, hands it off, the drive, the feed to the outside. Here's Fulbright for 3, no good. Buckley with another rebound. 6'4" post player able to go in there and sneak another one away. Here's an entry pass. The kick out again on the wing. Another shot. That one's off the mark. Ball loose on the floor, and we have a jump ball call.
Out of bounds is the call.
Nope, they're going to say it was out of bounds, and it will stay right here. They'll say the last to touch it was the Knights, and Coach Busick telling them he thought that Green was out of bounds too. So nice pass inside, and the layup good by Buckley.
Yeah, that's a double-double for Buckley now. 10 points, 10 rebounds.
Good opening night for Buckley. One of their leading scorers returning along with Tony Flatt. So now the Knights go back to work. They're down by 17. Simmons Little on the drive, nothing there. The kick out, the 3 on the way, finally on the point. The 3-point bucket, Tobias Grant.
Yeah, good answer there for Traders Point, finally getting on the board in this third quarter.
Took them almost 4 minutes to score in this third quarter. But they can't trade buckets from here on out. They got to find a way to get back into this ball game down by 14.
Still playing that zone. I'm really surprised.
Well, they're trying to extend it right there, and the ball
worked that time.
Tobias Grant able to come up with it. He gets hit from behind. He goes out of bounds as Buckley got a hand on it, and they say Tobias Grant was the last to touch it.
Tough break there for Grant, getting the steal, unable to hang on to the ball, though, losing it out of bounds.
So back over to Covenant Christian. 3:36 to go in the third. Still a 14-point lead. Tony Flatt working the point. That is Winters back to Flatt. As Buckley nearly lost it, regains possession in the corner and goes back out to Flatt. Flatt to Buckley. Pull-up mid-range jumper, rare mid-range jumper, and he misses it. The rebound by Fulbright. Ball loose on the floor, Flat's on the floor. Also on the floor is Busick, and they finally call the jump ball, and Coach Busick, he's about 15 feet off the bench, and he came out there quicker than anybody I've seen in this gym today. And you could probably hear him right there saying somebody's going to get hurt if you don't call the jump ball quicker.
It's gotten kind of physical out there.
Well, a lot of times you have a rivalry game like this, and frustration sometimes mounts, and the alley-oop inside, Buckley scores.
I've seen him a dozen in the game tonight.
32-16. The drive by Grant lost it. Stolen away by Tony Flatt, and he gets hammered at the other end. Ball goes out of bounds.
There's a technical.
Yep, you're going to get a technical foul right here.
I think that's been coming for a little while. I think that's just some frustration.
So they get Simmons Little on the foul. And he also picks up his third personal with the technical. So now we're going to go to the free throw line. Tony Flatt, as you can now tell, the frustration setting in here tonight for Traders Point. And he missed it. That thing must be contagious.
I think there's a lid on that.
Yeah,
the free throw.
That missing free throws disease is catching. So Flatt back in for another, and he missed that one.
This is unbelievable.
Well, Flatt's done. Get out of there. Yeah. I'm gonna let Buckley shoot this one.
And I believe since it was a dead ball, Covenant Christian is going to get the ball back as well.
Yes, he will. There you go. Well, Tony was the one who got fouled, so he had the first two free throws. These are your technical free throws here by Buckley.
Right.
Now, I'll tell you what, he misses that one. If Tony hits his two, he stays, and he shoots the next two because you're in a rhythm.
Right, yeah.
But he missed it. Get him out of there. I don't know. I got a lot of zeros on my score sheet. Those are missed free throws.
Yeah.
I know you have been keeping record of all the misses, but you might not want to mention that right away.
Yeah, that's
2:52 remaining, 33-16. It will be Covenant Christian basketball after the technical foul on Simmons Little. Simmons Little, by the way, out of the ball game. And, boy, there's a trip from behind, no doubt about it, on Tobias Grant. So Tobias picks up his first. Well, and if you're the Knights, you've got to gamble a little bit here, right? We talked about that earlier. You're going to have to do something.
Yeah, you're going to have to mix up this defense, and you're going to have to, just find somehow, some way to try to get back in this ball game.
Well, they stay in the zone, though. So here's Tony Flatt. Fulbright in the corner. Got to get out of there, and they do so. Double team on the sideline of Fulbright. Again, tried to go back in the corner. Yep, stolen away as Wash was there, but it was taken away, and it'll be Traders Point basketball. So that trap defense did a good job. Entry pass. Nope. Will Height can't come up with a 3-on-1 break back the other way. Layup good at the other end by Buckley. Give the assist to Tony Flatt.
Yeah, great job there. And we were talking about this for Traders Point. You can figure it's just one of them games right now. It happens. And
air ball shot that time by Tobias Grant. It goes out of bounds. They'll say it was last touch, though, by Jaden Corey.
Going to get a foul, actually. Yeah.
Wow.
Andrew Crane.
Yeah, so the whistle is actually the foul call on Crane. Well, that was a ball you just kind of let go right there. And
yeah, I thought that was just too – I didn't see a foul there, but
so
that's why we're back here.
That's right. Here is Tobias Grant with the basketball. Off now to Justice on the right wing. Shovel pass out front to Grant. Grant driving down the lane, a Euro step, and a lot of contact, but no whistle, and the basket good.
Yeah, I think he was wanting to foul there.
Back the other way. On the right wing. Nothing there for Wash. We'll kick it back outside to Flatt with 1:30 to go. 35-18, only 5 points scored in the quarter by Traders Point. See Covenant working it down in the corner and a foul call. This should be Busick, and it is his second. Back in the ball game will be Grant Alexander for Covenant Christian, and he will replace Andrew Crane. 1:21 to go. The inbound on the baseline. That'll be Buckley.
Does look like Traders Point's finally mixing the defense up here.
Buckley gets it back. Misses the short shot inside. The long rebound there by Alexander. Back to Buckley. Flat, moving the ball quickly. And he'll receive it back out top as Alexander gets it to him with 1:04 to go. Buckley stops. Skip pass. Left side Fulbright. Good ball movement here by Covenant Christian once again. Here's Fulbright for three. No. And a rebounding foul called against Covenant Christian. May have gotten Grant Alexander for number 3.
Yep. Sure did.
Covenant's going to do a little press right here.
These teams are going to be shooting free throws before too long. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Yeah, I don't either. Coach Busick giving the one official an earful on the inbound, and that's going to be a foul call. Easy call right there, right in front of us on Busick.
3 on him.
Can you hear Coach Busick?
Yeah. Yeah, Coach Busick is not happy.
No, he's not happy at all. Here is Tony Flat at the line. He was saying that, aren't you going to call the first foul, the grab? Boy, that free throw's missed. And the rebound, and that'll be Wash. And he's going to, step out of bounds?
Yeah.
They say yes.
Substitution for the Warriors. Number 3.
Here is Paxton Bacon in the line.
Back in.
Coach Busick still discussing things with the official.
He's saying what he's saying right now is watch number 3 holding number 11 on his team, which is Bacon.
Yeah.
Here's the drive by Grant down the lane, missed it short and a foul call, and we'll go to the free throw line here for Tobias Grant.
Covenant Christian throwing a little press there on that inbound.
And that I'm a little surprised about. You're up by 35-18, a 17-point lead. Wants to go back and play D.
Yeah, right. Well, another chance here at the line.
Yeah, well, this is always we don't think it's a mystery.
Yeah.
It's an adventure for sure. Coach Busick still working this near side official and got that one.
Maybe that's what you need, a little lunky roll like that to get you going.
That's right.
Number 22, Andrew Crane is back in for the Warriors.
Andrew Crane back in, coming out of the lineup, number 23, Brock Buckley. He's had a great ball game, as you mentioned, a double-double. Second free throw by Grant is short, so he gets 1 of 2. Rebounded by Wash. 41 seconds to go. Covenant wasting no time getting the ball into the half court. Want to beat a zone? That's the way to do it, but you got to hit a shot. That one missed short. Here's Busick. Lead pass will find Grant. Yep, play it good.
Hey, what? He's got 18 of the 21.
That is crazy. 35-21 you score, 18 seconds. Physical ball game being played here in the third quarter. Covenant Christian with the basketball. They're going to play for 1 right here. That is Crane. Back outside to Flat. Flat a couple of free throws in this quarter. It's been really Brock Buckley. There's the 3. Crane hits the 3. And a good way to finish the third quarter if you're Covenant Christian. We'll take a timeout. Fourth quarter coming up. It is Covenant Christian 38, Traders Point 21. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Morales Group. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. They do so much more than that because they can help you in many ways. Let them help you today. Contact the Morales Group at 317-472-7600. Well, John, I tell you what, if you're Traders Point, the story right now, missed free throws. Tobias Grant, the only one that is really doing anything offensively. Now they got to find a way to get back into this ball game with the final 8 minutes.
Yeah, you're staring a 17-point hole, and you figure you only got 21 points through 3 quarters, but you've got to be in that huddle saying the shooting can't keep up the whole game. You wouldn't think anyway.
Yeah.
So you would think eventually the ball's going to start falling in the net. They're going to have to make a quick run here in about the first 3 minutes, though, try to get this under double digits.
Well, they stayed in that zone, which was a little bit puzzling, and maybe just man-to-man. They just aren't very good in the man-to-man. We haven't seen enough of it so far to really get an idea of how well they play. But now Covenant Christian, they really match up very well in this defense. And the three no good there by Justice. Rebound Covenant Christian quickly back the other way. They run the floor very well. Here's a three on the way by Wash, and it's good. Wyatt Wash, his first three.
Yeah, that's the 6th three-pointer tonight for Covenant Christian.
20-point lead now for the Warriors. Their first game of the year. The drive and the shot, but a foul call. And Tobias will be back to the free throw line. And we mentioned it earlier. We don't mean to make light of it, but probably not a good thing to put if you're Traders Point at the line.
Only thing that hasn't gone good for Covenant Christian, that's 4th foul on flat.
So with his 4th, and guess what? He missed another one. What are they now?
They are, with that miss, 4 for 15.
Wow.
Not good.
Not good. That's a lot of misses. Second one is good at 1 of 2 on this trip for Tobias Grant. Lead at 19. Covenant Christian now can work a little clock right here if they choose to do so. A lot of hacking going on down low. Basket good by Buckley, and they're letting him play.
Yeah, they're getting a little physical out there.
Here's Busick, 3-point. That's way off the mark. I could see that from the time he left his
That's not
hand.
a good shot at all.
Well, Busick, by the way, we mentioned he had double-figure night the other night, hit a lot of threes. I think he had 5 threes on the night, but he just can't find the range.
Yeah, I know that's a case where you're down 21, trying to get him back real quick there, and I think you have to work the offense a little better on that possession.
That is flat, bringing it up the floor, beats the pressure. The entry pass intended there for Crane. He falls down. Turnover. Busick off the lead pass, back to Justice. Looks inside, turns it over. That pass was intended there for Corey. You got to look to shoot now.
Yeah, you're down 21 points here, 6:45. Yeah.
I mean, you might as well. You had mentioned earlier how many attempts has Justice had tonight?
He is 0 for 5 from 3.
0 for 5. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you might as well start shooting the basketball here pretty soon, because everything can't go through Tobias Grant at this point of the ball game. Covenant Christian basketball. Paxton Bacon is at the point. Baseline drive, nothing there, and the kick out, Bacon at the top. If you're Covenant right now, you can waste some time, look for a good shot. That three's no good in the corner. It goes out of bounds. It's going to stay here, and we'll see Fulbright back in.
I think that's the difference in the two offenses tonight. Roy Traders Point's trying to get them all back, and Covenant Christian has done a nice job just passing the ball, unselfish, and
one other thing,
the offense around.
I was going to say, in their entry pass to Buckley, can't get the shot there. One thing I might do if I'm Covenant Christian is really pull that zone out. Try to find some open areas inside. And right now it's just kind of bunched up inside. That's going to be a foul call against Covenant.
Yeah, it was a good play there defensively by Justice that time.
Paxton Bacon picks up the foul. So each team in the bonus. So we're the last 6:05. We're going to have a free throw shooting contest the rest of the way. And this will be Amari Justice. Yeah, first trip to the line. If you're Traders Point, you're probably a little bit disappointed that things didn't go better tonight after that opening season win. We'd mentioned they got off to a slow start in that game, but then really turned it on and forced a lot of turnovers against Providence Cristo Rey. But let's be honest, PCR isn't CC. I mean, they're two different ball clubs. So take that into consideration as Justice at the line for number 2. That one is no good, so another miss for Traders Point. They're down by 20. See, if you're Covenant, you really don't need to hurry too much on offense, but that's good by Buckley.
That gives Buckley 19 tonight.
Boy, what a game for Buckley. You can tell he came back as the team's leading scorer off a team last year that we mentioned that in the pregame, had a ton of guys putting points on the board. And he has stepped up big tonight. Near deflection. They'll find Busick, traveled with it, got away with that one, and now they'll kick it back out to Grant. See, here's where you can't waste a whole lot of time looking for shots.
Yeah.
You got to get the ball up there. There you go. Bucket good there by Corey, just his second bucket of the night. And Covenant Christian wasting no time.
Another three.
Well, I tell you what, how about Fulbright?
We were talking in the pregame about Covenant Christian needing to make up for those losses. I think they found a couple guys here that can more than definitely step into that role.
Yeah, they have played well tonight in their first game. They're going to get Buckley for the foul. That'll be his second. So here's Tobias Grant at the line. Boy, I hate to beat a dead horse here, but if you think about making let's make 65, 70% of your free throws, you know, it's a different ball game for sure. Second free throw at 5:09 is good. There you go,
2 for 2, yeah.
But again, it's Tobias Grant, 3 points here in the last quarter. Ball loose on the floor, good hustle. The ball's picked up there by Buckley, almost stripped away by Amari Justice. Entry pass. Little sloppy play right here as it goes out of bounds. Andrew Crane can't get to it. Turnover by Covenant Christian.
That was a good defensive stand there by Traders Point that time.
Now they need points on the board as we come up on 4:48. Here's Grant. They stop the penetration. He'll find Justice. Took a baseline, kicked it back outside to Grant. Looks for the screen up high. 16-footer on the way. Can't get the roll and the rebound by Buckley for Covenant Christian. Outlet pass to Flatt. Flatt will take it himself. Feeds it off. Layup good by Bacon. Give the assist to Tony Flatt. 50-27 coming up on the halfway point here in the fourth quarter. Looks like Covenant's going to get their first win of the season. Traders Point will fall to 1-1. Here is Busick, no, as he remains 0 for tonight. And we'll head the other way. Foul call there on Tobias Grant as he stops the fast break. And we're going to see Niemeyer come back in now for Covenant Christian. 8th team foul now on Traders Point.
31 back in, that's Isaac Niemeyer.
Still wondering what's going on with Xavier Gibson on Traders Point tonight. We haven't seen him at all.
No, that's he played some significant minutes the other night. Traders Point will not play again until December 4th when they play Indiana Def, as that free throw is missed. So they got a little bit of time before their next ball game. Coming in the ball game will be Jake Davis. Believe me, we've seen some missed free throws on both sides of the ledger here tonight, haven't we?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, Covenant Christian isn't exactly lights out from the line themselves.
Plenty of time to practice. Here's the drive by Grant and another foul call.
Late call, but
foul's going to be called on Buckley. Picked up his third.
At the line, shooting, Tobias
Grant right back to the line again.
You always got to remember for the officials in these games, half the crowd likes them and half the crowd hates them on every call.
Yeah.
So,
it's 3 in a row.
Boy. 50-28 with 3:54 remaining. You know, the funny thing is officials, you just never win. You know, you always feel like you want to come out feeling good, and they should because they work hard, but nobody ever likes all your calls.
The only job you can have in the country where you're never, ever going to make everybody happy.
That's right. There's Davis. Nice assist there by Buckley. Yeah, nobody leaves the building happy.
Yeah.
Not all of them. 52-29. There's a shot missed by Justice. Put back good as Corey has 6. Lead at 21 now. Left-hand shot, rims in and out. No good by Crane. Covenant quickly getting the shot up, back the other way. That 3 no good by Busick. Long rebound Buckley as he continues to pile up the rebounds. The drive and I think contact both ways. And they're going to see a traveling call first on Tony Flatt.
I'm going to go back to something you said a couple minutes ago. I'm surprised Covenant Christian is taking the quick shots with a 21-point lead with 3 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, you'd think they'd want to just pull that out and really make Traders Point play defense. On the inbound, Busick back the other way. And see, you really don't need to do that either.
Right.
Niemeyer picks up the foul.
Again, they went to a little bit of a press, and it has the kind of quick scratching our heads there.
Yeah, I don't think that Covenant Christian has the speed to get down the floor as quickly as they would like. And if you have that big lead, why not just go back and play defense? Knowing that Traders Point has really struggled shooting the basketball. Well, this quarter looks much better for Traders Point than any they've had tonight.
And I think this is what Coach is going to say, take them in the next game. Take the fourth quarter, a little bit of momentum building up here. They've played looked a lot better here in this fourth quarter.
Now you see the Warriors work the ball around the perimeter once again against that zone that's been extended, but still Traders Point stays zone. Here is the drive, the feed, the shot missed by Niemeyer. Blew the assist there for Tony Flatt, and we're at 2:30 to go. Justice quickly slowing things down as he works at top of the key. Left elbow to Grant. Here's the drive by Busick. Skip pass and the shot. Good. There is Tobias Grant. But it's going to be too little too late here. The trap on the sideline and a foul call, and that's going to go against Amari Justice.
That's his third. Team 9 shooting 1-1.
This has been a whale of a game for Grant, though. 26 points.
And we've got a timeout. This will be a full timeout. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Bertner Electric. They've been serving the Indianapolis area since 1986. They're family owned and operated and take pride in customer service by putting the customer first. Fully licensed and insured, and they offer 24-hour emergency service. No job is too small. Call them for all of your electrical needs at 317-773-7663. This is Tony Flatt at the line following the timeout. 2:04 remaining. Mentioned Traders Point offense picking up a lot here in the fourth quarter. The only problem is they dug themselves in too big of a hole. Second free throw is good. This time Covenant's going to fall back. As you see Tobias Grant bring it across the timeline. Yeah, they're just not getting shots up right now. Here is Tobias at the top, looking for the screen. The shot is no good. Battle for the rebound. Inside, Corey can't get it to go, and coming away with it will be Buckley. Back the other way. Covenant setting up in the half court. Here's Buckley for three himself. Good.
Boy, this has been a heck of a game for him tonight.
He is probably your player of the game, undoubtedly, the way he has played. Under a minute 30 to go in this one.
22 and 15 for Buckley.
It's not a bad opening night.
No, that's pretty good.
There's a shot in the corner, and that'll be a three-point bucket by Amari Justice.
First field goal for him.
Yeah, wow. 17-point lead, up now, or should say down to 60 seconds remaining. That shot way off the mark by Winters. And a couple of last chances here for Traders Point. Here's another three by Justice, no good this time. By the way, in the ball game, John Neighbors for Covenant Christian. The drive and the shot goes over the basket. Tony Flatt thought there was plenty of contact there. No whistle. Niemeyer back in. Bacon back in for Covenant Christian. 41.7 seconds to go. And the Warriors will pick up the win here tonight. Want to make sure you check out the IndianaSRN website for all of that Christmas music that you're going to get 24 hours a day. Guaranteed. There's a quick foul there by Davis.
At the line, shooting 2 will be Drew Busick.
I wonder who puts that list together. Is it Keith?
I'm going to blame Keith.
Might as well.
Yeah.
You just need to tune in to see what kind of Christmas music it is. You know? If he's singing, and I heard him sing the other night, it was not pretty.
Was it not pretty?
Oh, it was not.
I
good.
missed that.
Yeah, you needed to. Free throw good by Busick.
He's probably down at still going to football state finals down at Lucas Oil.
I would imagine.
It was down there yesterday.
All day, and of course some exciting games there as well. Many of the teams that we had a chance to cover throughout the season. Another timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Well, high school basketball will continue throughout the year. We have well over 160 games, I believe, from beginning to end, and I'm sure that there'll be games added in there as well as we go. So make sure you check out IndianaSRN.org for the latest schedule. And we want to remind you yet one more time, Christmas music. If you're in the Christmas spirit, IndianaSRN.org has all of your Christmas music. And it will be going through, I believe Keith said, January the 1st. So even after Christmas, you can get ready for next year. The inbounds pass, and now you see Traders Point pressing right here, and a foul in the backcourt will be called against Amari Justice, and I believe that's number 4.
4 fouls, yep. We got 11 basketball games on the docket this coming week here on IndianaSRN.
11?
11 of them.
Wow. I noticed I wasn't working till Friday. I mean, what's going on here? I mean, I work tonight, now I don't get a game till Friday? What's happening here? We got to check out who's scheduling these games.
Yeah.
Free throw missed by Bacon.
Coach just messaged me, shouldn't
I? And what was his message?
I don't know yet.
Shut up and call the game. Second free throw is no good. Ball loose on the floor, and Covenant calls a timeout here. This will be a 30. We'll keep it here for this one.
We got a 30-second timeout.
As I was saying before, I think Traders Point has a little bit of a break. I think they can look at this fourth quarter, though, how good it's been, how much better they played in this fourth quarter. Take that towards in practice this week, and then take that in towards their next game.
Yeah, and they have to. I mean, that's the only thing you can look at it. You got to find a way, again, to cut the free throws down. Mm-hmm. You got to find a way to not turn the basketball over. And I think they're going to have to extend their defensive effort from that zone to more man because they've got quickness. They've got guys who can steal the basketball and such. They just don't have enough guys to rebound. They're just not very big.
Yeah, you're like you said, you're going to have to throw some man defense in there because, and with the size disadvantage, I guess to say, could pose a problem come later in the season.
Well, I'm not so sure. Maybe at times I wouldn't open up. Maybe more man-to-man.
Right.
Kind of see how it does for you as the Warriors will inbound the basketball. It is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Corey. When we're done here, we'll take one last timeout and then wrap it up very quickly and let all the fans and everybody head home, including the crew here today. Has done a great job once again. And not only the production side, our camera guy, always here early. We need to get him a girlfriend or something. You need to give him a social life. You have a social life? All right. After the turnover, it will be Traders Point basketball. Here's Busick for three. That's off the mark. And that's going to do it. Final score, Covenant Christian 57, Traders Point 42. We'll come back and wrap it up in a moment. This is high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
(57-42), that's your final as Covenant Christian with the win. Final thoughts on this one here tonight?
Well, yeah, Covenant Christian looking very good in their season opener, and like I was saying, I think they found a couple, 2-3 guys that can fill in for the guys they lost that last year. And Traders Point, like I say, it's just one of them games.
Yeah.
It happens. So back to the drawing board, much better second half there, and something they can build on going forward.
Well, they'll get Indiana Def next, but that's not till December 4th. So they have a few days to work out some of the kinks. But we're so early in the season, and we've got a long way to go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you still got those early games, still things to work out, and which they're going to get worked out as the season goes. Yeah, just our long way to go here.
Yeah, long way to go. We're only in the first week of the basketball season. I want to thank the crew here tonight as well for doing another great job. John, good to work with. I guess you and I are back together sometime.
We'll be back in a couple weeks.
In a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Okay, so your final score here tonight, it is Covenant Christian 57, Traders Point 42. Thanks for being with us. This has been high school basketball on Indiana.